Hey, hey, Aries. I'm so happy to see you again. How have you been? How's the month been treating you? Almost your birthday. Happy birthday to you, early Aries. Very much looking forward to seeing what's coming for you this month. You know, wow, Spirit's already throwing out cards. While I was meditating on your energy before we got started, Spirit was giving me the word refreshing. I feel like this is going to be a refreshing month, but it's not just that, you know, and you know me, Aries, I am all about the fact that this is all within your free will and your control. Tarot reading is not a fortune telling as far as the sense of like, here is something that is set in stone that is going to happen to you. It's like, here are the influences and characters around you, and how can we make the best use of them, right? How can you exert your will and your magic and work with the magic that's already around you? And so, although Spirit is saying refreshing and refresh, they're talking about, yes, you'll be surrounded by those kind of influences, but they want you to do something refreshing in your life. It's like there's time for kind of a shake-up in the best way. Kind of like, you know, spring cleaning your life a little bit. I'm just going to show you this guy that's falling out as we're talking. And don't worry, Aries, in just a second we'll pan down so you can see your cards. Wow. Yeah, wow. Yeah, a clearing up, clearing out. It feels good. It feels like lightening your load, which showed up right after that other 7. Lucky 7, huh, Aries? But let's see. What does Aries need to know in March, Spirit? Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What's the story for Aries this month? What do they need to know? Love it. Clarity. What do they need to know, Spirit, for their highest good? Highest good. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Like fiery Aries brothers and sisters. Aries, Aries, Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Spirit. For the month of March. One more, please, for Aries. Aries. Love. Love. Okay. Beautiful reading this month, Aries. You're working hard and you've got a lot going on, but like you got it going on. You know what I'm saying? Like these are good cards. This isn't like, oh my God, you're so weighed down. A lot of you are standing at a lovely precipice, and it feels like for so many of you, you haven't made the decision yet, and that's okay. You know, you gotta get to the edge to see the view, is what they're saying. And Aries, you are a master of pushing your boundaries and finding new edges, stretching yourself. So that is something that is coming about in March. And it feels like for many of you, you're able to stretch and build that much more because you are willing to let go of something that you've been working with or working on that just has not shaped up. Mix things up a little bit. Spirit's talking about refreshment, and it's like not everything needs to go. Maybe some things need to be just shaken up and handled a little differently. Maybe you mix up your magic in a new way. Spirit is using the phrase union of opposites when I'm looking at this, okay? Which yoga, that's literally what the word yoga means. So it might be that some of you are doing yoga or are teaching yoga or on the precipice of considering doing that. That's what they're saying. This is where I should say, Aries, these are, of course, general readings. So because it's not a one-on-one, I do get a lot of messages from Spirit, and some will resonate more than others. My prayer is always that those who tune in get the messages they need for their highest good, which means if Spirit has something to say that is really, really important for, you know, 1 or 2 people, they're going to come out with that. So blending these opposites. There's new love for some of you this month, Aries, or perhaps a change in the relationship that you've been in. This is a really good thing. This is balance. This is light and shadow. That's the other thing Spirit is saying about this is, you know, the 2 of Cups can be like the first, I'm throwing cards. This can be like the first blush of love. Like, I really like you, I'm infatuated with you. I may not really know you yet though. Or maybe this is just the spark of chemistry. And mix it up. Mix it up. Play with it, Aries. See if it really is there for you. I say that because I do feel like for some of you it's like, okay, this has been fun, and now I got to go do my own thing for a while. Now, for some of you, this may not necessarily mean a breakup. I'm not seeing breakup cards here. It could just be like, hey, some of you are really shifting focus to, I need to be hitting the books. I've got a project that is going to require a lot of time. This is even like, for some of you, occult studies. Some of you, you know, well, you're tuning into a tarot reading, right? You might be a little bit woo-woo. Some of you have wonderful gifts to show off, whether they are spiritual gifts or not. It's kind of like many of you are going on this really important solo journey. Doesn't mean you necessarily have to be alone, but it means it's about you. It's about going inward. It's about knowing what you want and going for it. So here your reading opens with you standing at the precipice thinking, okay, you know, I've got all this, the globe on the one side. I've really completed this area of my life, and then there's this open hand saying, but there's something else out there for me. Something really inspiring. So you ready to go on this journey, Aries? You ready to go? Let's go together. How about that? Okay, I'm gonna pan you down so you can see what I'm looking at, Aries. Let's do it. Whee! Can you see? Can you see, Aries? All right, we'll make sure you can see everybody at your party. There we go. All right, so the Spirit keeps using the word pivotal. Pivot, like, and they're even, this is interesting, but now they're showing me, what is it called, a ballast? You know, when in grade school they used to show us the picture of like the triangle that was holding up the plank, like a seesaw. You're pivoting. You're switching the angles up a little bit. You're changing the type and the amount of work that you do. Take a look at your life. You know, it's March. It's about to be, you know, the first quarter of the year. And I'm excited for that new moon in your sign in April, which is like astrological new year, right? Well, Spirit is asking you to get a jump on things and be like, okay, take a look at your methods, Aries. How have things been working for you? And I'm thinking professionally, financially in this moment. You've got a big focus on your finances this month, making little improvements, small leaps forward. Investing in yourself produces good results. So it is worth your time, Aries, to look at what you've been doing. And again, like I say, financially or professionally, and think, have I been enhancing my skills? Have I been growing my money? Have I been growing my business? Whatever this is for all you different Aries. And some of you, it's definitely time to drop a couple of pieces, and you're going to move forward faster and with greater clarity. So don't feel like if you have to let a couple things go, or quote unquote, Spirit is using this phrase, okay, give up on a couple of things. Don't think that it's a loss, okay? Sometimes we, you know, this is what Spirit's like saying, and this is so cool. They're talking about, you know, Oprah has got fired. You know what I mean? And she wouldn't be where she is if she hadn't been turned down at several places several times. Know what I'm saying? So please don't, you know, kind of convince yourself that it's the end of the line. Like, you're such a courageous warrior, Aries, that like losing at something or giving up on anything to you is like anathema. Like, no way. Like, that's not even in my vocabulary. I don't do that. I don't give up. I don't drop things. I fight and 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 I win. Okay. And you know what, Aries? Like I said, everything is within your free will. If you are like, no, damn it, like I'm committed to this thing and I'm going to take it all the way, you can do that. You can do all the work that you want. But I am really feeling like, and as I always say, like the prayer is always just that this is for your highest good, whatever you hear, good, bad, ugly. And I am hearing that it doesn't need to be this hard. It's a lot that you're taking on, okay? And it's not all producing. So why not save yourself a couple of tasks, okay? There is great victory coming, and it feels like it's toward the end of the month. Like victory and breakthrough right here next to each other. God, I love these. Beautiful cards, and, you know, very much feel like you, Aries, like clarity, cutting off bullshit, basically, speaking the truth, going the way that you want to go, clearing the air. Some of you need to speak the truth and have an honest conversation and broach a topic, and I feel like it has very good results. So if some of you have been like, man, I've been wanting to talk to this person or tell this person XYZ, March may be the best month to do it. This feels like victory to me, especially paired up with the Chariot. So this big win comes as a result of small gains, okay? Little wins, big victory, okay? So your habits, Aries, focus on your habits this month. Spirit's also talking about the fact that, like, okay, some of you are doing a lot for others, and that's a beautiful, beautiful thing, Aries. And Spirit wants you to know that, like, you've kind of, how can I put this? Like, you've already invested some incredible collateral in these people. You've made some incredible investments, and now it's a good time to make a little withdrawal. Like, hey, you've got expertise in this thing, friend, and I don't know how to do that at all. Can you help me with this? Can you help me build my website? Or can you help me, like, plan my meals or whatever? Like, this is talking about getting input from other people, people with other expertise to put together a magnificent project. So some of you are doing something really amazing, whether it's in your personal life or in your professional life. Something's coming to an incredible, incredible culmination. You're going to feel like you learned a whole lot in March. And sometimes that can come with, like, a lot of stress, but I'm not seeing that here. I'm actually seeing that Mars is the month to kind of, Mars? Wow! Okay, that's weird. Well, Mars is your ruling planet, right? And Freudian slips are not for no reason. I happened to be staring at the flame right when I said it. But March feels like a month to actually kick stresses out of your life, the better to move forward further and faster. Like, further and faster, further and faster, further and faster. Like, be a student this month. This is what Spirit is asking you to embody, okay? The Page of Pentacles. Like, you're not running ahead of yourself because, you know what, you're going to enjoy the process. You're going to take it step by step and lovingly enhance your foundation, lovingly build this thing that you want to build. And I say have a student mentality because students are like, of course I don't know everything. I'm a student. You know what I mean? As opposed to, you know, maybe if you had the Hierophant here, I'd be talking about your teacher mentality. But Spirit is asking you to be open. Spirit is asking you to be willing to learn, be flexible, be like the eager apprentice. Even if you are a master, even if you feel like you know everything there is to know, it is always beneficial to be open to the new things. Like, Spirit is, like, they're going to be sending you messages this month. Literal, as in texts and emails, but also metaphorical, also spiritual. You're going to be getting messages that are talking to you about how you can enhance your physical and financial life. Spirit is even talking, for some of you, about physical fitness, like your literal physical body is what you're enhancing and working on, and you're letting go of old blockages and moving forward in an incredible new way. Like, let's just call March your blockbuster month. You are just busting blocks and moving up and on in so many ways, and it feels so good. Like, I really just can't get over how smooth this is. For all that there is some letting go, it doesn't feel like it's difficult. It feels like, okay, you know what, you're right. Let me lay down this sword. This is not even my fight. Let me just drop this and move forward with less weight, right? I love it. All right. All right. So now let us look at your fiercely focused spread. And for those of you who haven't been here before, Aries, this is when I pull from a different deck of cards. Woohoo! And we're going to look at a theme for your month, and then the action steps you can take in the 4 different areas, you know, earth, air, fire, water, physical, mental, emotional, creative, and spiritual. Okay, so first of all, Spirit, what does Aries need to know do and be aware of or embody in March? March for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is the theme, Spirit? What do they most need to know, be aware of, keep in mind? Woo! All right. All right. Nobody likes to see that guy show up at the party. So I always pull a prescription card when I see the devil. The devil is nothing to be afraid of. Again, if you haven't been here, Aries, the devil does not represent evil. He's not Satan, quote unquote, because tarot is pre-Christian, so they did not even have a concept for Satan. It's more like Pan, the horny little goat god that always got in trouble for, you know, chasing nymphs and all these little pleasurable pursuits that he would have. The devil is about willing bondage. The devil is about shackling yourself. Now, on first glance, these people look to be in a pretty terrible position, like trapped by this devilish, scary, monstrous figure. But if you take a second look and you look at the chains around their neck, they're nice and loose, where literally they could just pick up their hands and lift these things over their head and walk away. However, if you look at their tails, it's like, look, they have been in this hell so long that their bodies have begun to adapt to it. So, Aries, if there is a situation in which you have begun to adapt and you're not happy about it, you feel depressed, or you feel fearful, or you feel ego attachment that has become painful, what Spirit is saying, okay, and okay, this is just what they're saying, all right? No judgment, Aries, but if some of you have been staying with somebody who is just like cheating, lying, addict, that's what they just said, okay? So whether they're lying and cheating sexually, or they're lying and cheating because they're addicted to a substance or something else, this is part of what some of you are leaving behind, okay? Or have the option to leave behind. The devil is about unconsciousness. It's about hiding things from ourselves. It's about staying in bad situations because we're just afraid to flip the lights on and look at things for what they are. So try not to have any shame, Aries. Try to be the hermit and take that lantern and go inside yourself and be like, okay, what am I addicted to in my life? What is unhealthy in my life that is holding me back and making me feel afraid of being my full self? If you ever look at the Lover's card next to the Devil card, you'll notice they have like very similar imagery, except this is, you know, this is an angel hovering over a beautiful couple, and the couple is like twice the size of the couple in the Devil, because this makes you feel small. So whatever it is that's been making you feel small, it may be time to consider whether you might not be better off taking off and doing it without this. Whether, again, you're addicted to a person, a substance, a habit. Letting it go would benefit you, Aries. You know how strong you are, and if you have forgotten, let me tell you, you are strong. Okay, cardinal sign, courageous. You rush where angels fear to tread, okay? So if you can rush where angels fear to tread, you should have no fear about this little devil. He ain't nothing, because he's just you. He's inside all of us. It's our unconsciousness. Nothing to be scared of, Aries. Scaries. In fact, you know what, Aries? Now has come the point where I want to look at you again. Hi. Pardon my hand. Okay. All right, Aries. So now let's look at the physical and financial aspect of your life. What does Aries need to know for their highest good in the month of March? Love it. Kind of knew she was going to pop out for some reason. So you're the master of your money this month. You really are. Some of you are making just terrific changes to your finances, to your professional life, that are going to allow you to not only make more, but to be generous to the people around you. This is a wonderful queen. This is the mother, you know, the generous and kind, like, nurturer. So some of you might be mentoring people. Some of you might just be sitting real pretty, getting some kind of raise, promotion, or maybe what some of you drop is the old job and you find a new one that is like, wow, I'm getting paid better, and I'm getting treated better, and I feel fucking amazing. Go for it, Aries. Okay. All right, now let's look at the mental realm. What does Aries need to know about what they'll be speaking, thinking about? What's going on in Aries' head in March? Ha! Same card, different deck. Don't be afraid to let things go, Aries. You're carrying a lot right now. Don't be afraid to drop a couple things. It won't make you lose, it'll make you win. Okay? That's what they said. Like, little wins, big victory, right? And you can be a lot more agile if you're not carrying 7 freaking swords in your hand. Drop at least 2. Drop at least 2 of those excess tasks on your list, okay? Put at least a couple of those things in a drawer for, you know, if I'm not going to outright delete them, I'm going to say these things are deferred until after I complete XYZ or after I meet this goal, okay? And then you can pick that up again, if you so choose. Okay, so now let's look at your emotional life. What's going on in your heart? What's going on with relationships for Aries? Love, friendship, family. What do you want to talk about for Aries in March, Spirit? Ha. Okay. So, this is somebody else in your life, Aries. Who is the counselor? The like natural, compassionate, wise person that you go to for advice and that really makes you feel safe. Like you can ask this person for their opinion, their insight, and they're going to give you the truth, and they're going to be compassionate, but they're also going to be very honest with you, okay? And this is interesting, but this is what Spirit is saying. For some of you, be careful of an emotionally manipulative person who's very good with their words, very good at kind of like getting you right in the heart. If, you know, some of you need to Google the psychological term gaslighting, and it's going to resonate strongly. Watch out for that this month, okay? Gaslighting. Watch out. Okay. Again, that could be the devil for some of you, and not for all of you. For some of you, this person is somebody who is actually really wonderful and really kind, and I'm not feeling that it's really in a romantic context, so if that helps make it clear, might be a friend, might be a literal therapist or counselor, but this is somebody that you can count on. Go to this person if you need some perspective. For some of you, it might even be like you have this, you know, emotional manipulator person and you have this really emotionally intelligent, awesome person. Talk to them about the manipulative one, okay? Talk to them about the gaslighter and see if, like, getting somebody else's perspective doesn't make you go, that is fucked up, huh? Okay. And finally, Aries, what's lighting you up this month? What's inspiring you? What is activating you? What's going on in the fiery realm? Your element for Aries in March. A lot on your plate. What did I say? What did I say? Drop some of it, Aries. It's a lot. It's a lot. And, you know, like I said, you're so strong. And you can see that home is in sight in the card. You know, you can get there, Aries. But I bet you that you're going to drop these 10 wands over and over and over again on your way. And you might have saved yourself some time by just, you know, even just asking somebody else to carry 3 or 4 of these for you, or just leaving behind, making 2 trips. You know what I'm saying? We're speaking in metaphor, but I'm talking about that crazy task list of yours. If you have this just like never ending, constantly multiplying to-do list, not only are you not going to get shit done, but you're going to feel like this. Like, I can't even see what was even the point of this anymore. Like, some of you, it's like, I can't even see the why anymore. Why am I doing this? Clear some stuff on your plate so you can remember why, and then you will feel enlivened, okay? Anything that you're doing that is like, I feel like I have to, but I don't want to, that's devil stuff, okay? Get really honest and clear about what you want this month. Because when you get really honest and clear about what you want and where you want to be going in your life, there's nobody who can get there like you, Aries. Thank you so, so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate you, and I hope that this helps. If you like this video, please like it, and I would love for you to subscribe if you want to see more. Any commenting, sharing, and liking you do really helps more people get the message and see the video, so I really appreciate every single one. I hope you guys have an amazing month. I've got a lot of cool stuff coming that I'm really excited to show you, so keep an eye out, and if I don't see you before then, I hope to see you in April. Bye, Aries!